slash food prep video. I know I really enjoy watching these. So we shop at a grocery store that is local to the New England area. So you'll see a lot of store brand food called Hannaford. So the first thing that we have is coffee, which I think we buy a couple times, maybe once a month, maybe twice a month. Once a month? I think we probably buy this once a month. Right now we have the already ground coffee. We're looking into getting a coffee grinder, but we haven't been able to find one that we want yet. So this one is the one that we get. We have a rotisserie chicken that we're going to eat for lunch and then use the leftover chicken for fajitas. Sometimes we'll use the bones to make broth too. We have oats. These are old-fashioned oats that we use for a couple different things. We use them for our pet rats. And we also use it to soak up the leftover grease in our pans, and then we'll put it out for the birds. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these Gerber sweet potato puffs that we give to our rats. So yes, we have pet rats if you don't know that. We have sweet potato puffs, vanilla, banana. Something new that we're trying is a variety of like nut snacks. So I have chocolate covered cashews. I don't know what these are called, but they're really good. Sesame sticks. And then we also have this mix here. It's an Asian rice cracker snack mix. We have more Gerber puffs. These are the little crunchies, apple sweet potato, also for our pet rats. They finally got our tea back in stock. This is our favorite tea that we have, the Prince of Wales tea. Something that I always try to have on hand is meat pasta sauce. We use this for a lot of different things. We use it for pizzas, pastas, and like meatball subs and that kind of thing. So we have 2 of those. We have some honey for our tea. Right now I'm getting the organic raw unfiltered white honey, which is also pesticide free. We use maple syrup instead of sugar in our coffee. And we'll use it for some of our breakfast foods as well, so we buy that. They do have a store brand that we use, but we also get it local because we're in Vermont. We have another pack of nuts. This one has dried cranberries, almonds, walnuts, and a couple other things in there as well. Okay, you might hear some rats drinking water in the background, but we're going to keep going. I have some cranberry juice. I'll get this every now and again to drink, especially during the winter months. We have some almond milk. I get the vanilla one for hot chocolate and treats for drinks. And then we have a chocolate almond milk as well. We have a regular almond milk in the fridge. I've looked into making our own almond milk, and while we're not quite there yet because of price, it is something that I continue to think about. I know with a lot of these videos, I often look at all the package waste that goes into buying groceries, and it's definitely hard to avoid with winter, with COVID, and just how things are packaged right now. So I am conscious of it, but there's also not a whole lot that we can do for some of these packaged goods for right now. Moving on, we went to the grocery store, and I don't know why, but all of the tortillas were basically sold out. So we got 2 of the last ones of the store brand, which we're going to use for fajitas tonight. We have some English muffins that I'll use for breakfast, and we have ciabatta bread that we're going to have with our lunch. We have some fajita seasoning because I didn't quite have everything that we needed for spices to make fajitas tonight. And we have some mushrooms that I'm going to add into that as well. Typically, we buy a lot of our snacks from Costco, so we'll get like fig bars and all the organic chip options that they have. But since we weren't doing a Costco run this weekend, we decided to get some snacks from our local grocery store instead. So we have some chips, and we have 3 different types of rice cakes, some blue corn tortilla chips, and we had carrots that were on sale, some bananas, some gala apples, and we got some peanuts. Those are really for the squirrels outside. They're like giant sweet rats. We have some strawberry soda. We're not big soda drinkers, but we decided to try this. It does have cane sugar in it instead of corn syrup, and it has natural flavors. And we also have some root beer. Over here we have some dairy-free yogurts. We have salsa quite often, so I have a big bulk one of that. Orange juice. There were some smoked sausages on sale, so we got those. Some unsalted butter for making brownies and baking with. Some salted butter. We have 2 different types of salads for our lunch. So this one is a ranch pasta salad, and the other one is a veggie salad. We have hash browns that we use for work almost every day. Some carrots, then some carrots and peas that we're going to use to make chicken noodle soup later in this week. Some Earth Balance olive oil butter that seems to be really popular. It's not the kind we get. We usually get the Country Crock butter with oil in it, but they were out, so we're trying this one. It, again, just seems to be a very popular brand. And then some eggs. I'd say roughly our grocery budget every week runs like $130 to $140 for an average, a low being $80 and then like a high being $200. It kind of depends on what we're buying, if we're buying stuff for the rats, if we're restocking on certain things. And then now that we have gone through the process of getting out of debt and now going back into debt, we have just decided some things that are worth buying cheaper and some things that are worth investing more in for either our health or for a different reason. So instead of having sugar, we use maple syrup, and that's just an investment worth it for us. We also tend to get local meat, which is a little bit more expensive, so we do that. Anything else about our groceries?
No.
That's kind of it, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. Welcome to the second part of this video. It is a little more relaxed. It is just something that I hope you can play in the background while you do something, where we get to sit down kind of as friends and just relax, appreciate the little things that we get to do every day, and enjoy some food prep and different things that I'm doing. When I was thinking about this video, my thought really revolved around how can I enjoy every single moment of my life. And when I have a camera around me and I'm filming what I'm doing, it allows me to take a step back and appreciate everything we get to do throughout the day and enjoy those little moments. Enjoy the cup of tea that we get to brew, enjoy the groceries that we get to buy, and just appreciate the process of everything throughout the day. The tea that you're seeing here is from Equal Exchange. It's a company that supports fair trade, and the red tea is the one that I really enjoy. So I also had some honey in there. It was local from a CSA that I was buying from before. Really good local honey. Something that I've found to make items feel more like yours and to invite them into your home is to decant. I love the process of decanting. I love the aesthetic of it, and the process is just really enjoyable and relaxing. So here I'm decanting some coffee that we have, and it's a canister that we've had for a long time. We've had it for probably a year now when we first bought the ground coffee, and now I just decant the coffee into this canister. These containers we bought at TJ Maxx, and we bought them over a period of time. We didn't go out and buy them all at once. We probably bought one or two at a time, originally to hold different things. Right now they hold our snacks. They are plastic. I'd probably prefer glass, but these work and we have them. The seal on top is really nice, and I can just easily clean them with some water and some vinegar spray. it's important to take time for yourself and really relax in these moments. Really enjoy everything around you and think about what you are grateful for. Your mindset is so important going forth in the day, and is something I am trying to be way more mindful of and way more intentional. I find that every week things get a little cluttered and a little rearranged, so it's kind of nice to take a reset at the end of the week or the beginning of the week and rearrange some things and make it so I make sure everything's decanted and everything's accessible. Like, some of these items were just expired. These Cliff Bars that we haven't eaten in a while, they were expired, so those could be tossed. Here we have Templeton. He is our only male rat that we've had who we've neutered but does not like any of our girls, so he kind of is just a solo boy for now, and he's hanging out as we go through this process. Another thing that I've added back into our lifestyle is choosing a dessert for the weekend. We're trying to be healthier in how we eat, and that means choosing a dessert for the weekend instead of kind of snacking on chocolate throughout the week. So I'm trying to find that brownie recipe, and I couldn't remember which one we used, so I ended up having to look through all our cookbooks, but then I remembered it was actually on our phone. Cookie and Kate is a wonderful website for great recipes. Now, if I was not filming this video, I probably wouldn't pay attention to the process of making brownies. I would have just gone through the motion of making them and wouldn't have enjoyed all these little moments that really were soothing, relaxing, and intentional. So browning the butter, you take a lot of effort and work into that, just checking over it and stirring, looking at all the different ingredients and being excited about going to the next process. I probably would have missed all that if I hadn't made the intentional motion of thinking about everything I was doing. And of course, between making the brownies, there are just things that I could do. So drying the canisters and doing some other prep work with the groceries that we had. You know, a video might be edited and show you a process that makes sense of the brownies being completed and then moving on to the next thing and completing that. But in this day, we kind of took it as it came. So I worked on the brownies a little bit, worked on cleaning some of the other stuff up, decanting. And this is actually in the process that I did all these things. It was not edited or changed. If you are someone who has anxiety, I have anxiety too, and I have different forms of anxiety, sometimes health anxiety, sometimes social anxiety, and just a general anxiety as well. I've noticed that putting on joyful music has been helpful, listening to podcasts where others share their anxiety and normalize what it is and how it makes you feel, that has been huge for me. Health anxiety is scary, but listening to a podcast where others shared that they too experienced that made me feel a lot more normal and made me realize it's just a way that my mind is thinking, and it's not meaning that there's anything wrong with me specifically. And that has been really helpful. slowing down and listening to other people share their stories has been huge. I see a lot of people use different brands of stuff to clean their produce and vegetables. I just use a simple water and vinegar solution, and just watching these apples bob has been really relaxing to me. It makes me wonder if doing a video like this, but making it SMAR? I don't know. You know, that smooth. It makes me wonder if doing a video with this with just the sounds would be relaxing too. I had music playing in the background, so I couldn't do that this time. I am so happy that we are able to go back and use reusable bags at the grocery store. Before we could not, and then Vermont had a ban on plastic bags, and then we had to switch to the paper bags, but they actually went back and allowed us to bring in reusable bags. They just carry so much more. You don't have to worry about the waste or what to do with them. We do use our paper bags for wrapping paper, but these are just very simple and very easy. We take them with us every time, and they have a very specific spot in our home that they live. Just on a hook, nothing too crazy. So I have to share with you the difference between my husband and I. I will read a recipe briefly and kind of make it my own. With baking, I try to follow it, but my husband is so good about following a recipe. When I was making these brownies, I forgot the sugar. And then I was like, when is the flour being added? So I forgot a few ingredients along the way. Oopsies. But they actually turned out really good anyways, so no big deal. You kind of just go with the flow and make it work. And I have to tell you, the secret to these brownies is browning the butter, waiting for those red flakes to pop up as the butter is just being heated. It makes it so good. The brownies taste like caramel. You really have to try that. And it's way better than the box brownies, and just as easy, really. Like I said in the beginning of this video, we typically get our snacks from Costco, but we didn't go to Costco this time and we just needed food. We don't typically buy chips, and we never really bought nuts before. We were just trying a few different things this week, seeing what we liked. Some of it was healthy, some of it wasn't. It is what it is, and we just enjoy it and take it week by week and what we need and what's working for us. My husband has a very difficult schedule where in winter he doesn't know when he's working because it's based on the weather, it's based on snow. And then my day is pretty consistent, but when I get home after work, I always want to snack it. We never seem to have any, so I've been trying to be more intentional on bringing that into our home, making it easier for us. So again, we're not grabbing the chocolate or just eating something that's not really that great. This tea box has been amazing. I was actually trying to dump it to get the dust and stuff off the top and all the teaspoons fell out. Oops. These kinds of things happen more often than I care to admit in my life. It is what it is, but I am just decanting our tea here. And I really do like this box. I like being able to see what we have, what kind of tea is in there, and how much there is. Not to mention I'm grooving to some music on here. I put on a happy song playlist on Spotify, was introduced to some new music, and it was pretty good. I have to tell you, mushrooms are probably the only produce I actually get anything left in the bowl from when I am washing them, from all just the dirt that's in there and the fact that they're just a fungus. Apples, I never really have anything left over from. I see all these videos of people cleaning their vegetables and fruit and just having all kinds of gross stuff in it. And we don't really get that unless we have local or right from our garden produce such as like lettuce. So just interesting. I'm working on the fajitas here. Finally have a funnel so I can decant our olive oil. We buy it in bulk at Costco, and then I have this little dispenser that we got from TJ Maxx, and it works really well. This is never a fun part. There goes the soap. This is never a fun part of just living, is cleaning. We clean all the time, but something about having it in the form of a video with a voiceover makes it seem so much more relaxing and doable. And with the music on in the background, it really wasn't that bad. I tried to keep up with the kitchen as I was going. It wasn't that bad. asked my husband, I said, I think it would be really cute if we did a screenshot of us feeding each other our brownies for this video. I thought it'd make a really good thumbnail. Now, he is very supportive of this channel. He's supportive of my hobby. And he doesn't love being on video, but he makes the exception sometimes, and it's great, and I'm grateful for it. Honestly, though, I like capturing these moments. I like capturing the faces that I make when he makes me happy. I like seeing his face and the way that he goofs around me. It's nice to see in this form. And it brings me a lot of joy, which is what this video is about. Finding joy and enjoying the little things, the little moments. Being married, going back and forth about brownies, sometimes bickering, sometimes laughing. It's just all really enjoyable. And when you take a moment to reflect on everything that you have, gratitude is very important, friends. With gratitude, you are able to enjoy life so much more and release the worries, calm your anxiety a little bit more. I hope this video has been relaxing for you, enjoyable for you. I hope you just put it on in the background, to be honest. I find it so funny, and I get so happy when I see you guys send me pictures, or see you all send me pictures of my face on your TVs. I think that's so weird, but so cool. So thank you for that. Just enjoy this in the background. Enjoy the little things. Think about your day. If you had a camera, what would you capture? What moments would be important to you? There are definitely some in your life. If you're going through anything hard right now, you have my prayers, and know that every season is just that. It's a season, and then it changes. I hope you all a well day. Thank you for joining me for this time, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.